Well, I'm a glutton for punishment, so I decided to update my Uconnect navigation map. We call it the GPS. This is on a Ram 2500 4th generation. Mine's a 2014. And this is the 2019 update. And I also had $150 burning a hole in my pocket that I just wanted to throw away. Now, before we do the update, the map update that is, we need to make sure that we have the latest Uconnect software version on our 8.4 AN radios. And if you don't have this current software version, you need to get it and install it. And I have a video on that, but you don't want to proceed until you get this most recent update, which was released in October of 2019. Some of you got it over the air, some of you didn't. I didn't. I had to put it on manually. But regardless, you're going to need to do it before you can install your new map. And I'll put all these links in the comments, but all you got to do is check the Uconnect site, and I'll provide that link, and it will show you what the latest version is. Make sure that you have that by going out to your truck, looking in the settings at this software version 18.4501, and as long as you have that, you're good to go. So we're ready to start the actual map update. Now this is the second update that I've put in my truck, map update, and it's just as convoluted as the first one. They've changed it up a little bit just to make it more confusing, but I'm going to try to simplify it as much as I can. And the whole idea of this thing is simply to take the USB drive that they send you in the mail, bring it out to your truck, stick it into the USB port there with your ignition on, get this code, this requester code they call it, off of the radio, bring it inside. We're going to put it in this form here. It's going to generate an activation code. We're going to take the activation code back out to the truck, punch it into the radio, and then we're going to sit there for over an hour and watch it go through its thing. And that's really the guts of it. So let's get started on this. I'll put this link down below, but I'll also put all the links in the comments so you can just cut and paste them into your computer. The very first thing you're going to want to do is pull up this link right here, and you're going to want to enter that product serial number. The product serial number is in the package that they send you, and it's right above the USB port in the little CD looking thing, and then you want to enter your email. And then once you do that, you press enter, and it's going to display this page here. So let's enter the VIN number, and we can enter the software version, but we can't enter the request code yet because we don't have it. So let's go out to the truck and get it. Okay, so here I am in the truck. We just inserted the USB port, USB drive, and we'll get this screen here which tells us to wait up to 2 minutes, and it takes just about 2 minutes for it to dump everything on that USB into the radio or whatever the hell it's doing. So let's go ahead and kind of fast forward here to the next screen. So this is what we wanted to get. You see that requester code there? Take a picture, a good clear picture with your phone, or write it down, but make sure you get it right. And that's what you're going to need to finish filling in that form on the computer. So let's go back in the house with this now, and we'll complete that form. And by the way, as usual, Uconnect tells you to leave your truck running while you're doing this. I didn't. I left it on, the ignition on, and I had my battery charger on it, my trickle charger. So you can see we've got that requester code that we pulled off the dashboard there just now and put it in there, and that answers all the questions. So we hit submit, and it's going to spit out another form that's going to give us that that activation code. And then that activation code is sent to you in an email, just for your record, I guess. And if you notice, like on that requester code, that R, O, well, that's actually a 0. You know, they throw little things at you like that. I don't know why they mix zeros and O's in the same, string, but that's just the way it is. You got to deal with it, so be careful when you're looking at that stuff. So now we've got the activation code, and that's what we need to go out and plug into the truck again. So let's go do that. Now we've got the activation code and we're ready to put it in. You can hit yes, or if you hit yes before you left, that's fine. It'll work either way. You'll just sit there until you get back. So we need to enter that by hand, of course, into that pad up there using the various numbers and letters that we have on the activation code, and that goes in there. And I'll show you a little bit of my clumsiness and shakiness trying to enter that, and I did manage to get it in though. So it's just kind of cumbersome to try to punch this stuff in with letters and numbers, and this screen is really not set up real well for that, but I did manage to get it in okay. And notice we put no dashes in here. I don't even know if you can, but they wanted dashes on the requester code when we put it in on the computer. And then we hit OK, and we get that, do you want to proceed? And of course we say yes, finally. And that pretty much starts the whole system process. My camera's trying to focus there. It's as confused as I am. But you'll see the screen go blank. Even the EVIC screen over on your where your speedometer and whatnot is.
What the hell?
It goes blank also. So it's pretty crazy, but it goes through okay, but it takes a long time. It'll be about 69 minutes. So we'll fast forward through all of this mess. And finally we get to the point where it's finished, and this is where your anxiety level goes up to 110%. Everything goes black there for a minute and you don't really know what the hell is going on. But it works out. It's rebooting is what's happening, and so everything works out fine. Let's fast forward a little bit through this mess. And that's going to do it, guys. Everything worked out fine. You need to set aside about 2 hours to do all of this, though. I went back through the settings and stuff just to make sure that the map did change and all of that, and it did, and I don't think you'll have any problems with it. If it goes through like it did and goes all the way to 100%, everything's going to be fine. I also took a test drive and took a look at some of the maps and the streets and whatnot, and everything looks good. I can see a few new additions, which is hopefully it'll be helpful. Probably not $150 worth of help, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching this, guys, and if you try to do this or you want to do it, it's not difficult. It just takes a little bit of time, and I hope this video helps you a little bit. Until next time, adios.